girl Jump Beauty 87 here, and today we're gonna do a palette mashup because it's just palette mashup lifestyle here. But what I decided was, with all the new quads I got from Pat McGrath, like the one we're about to talk about now, which is the Risque Rose, I wanted to pair them up with palettes that I felt like went good, that were already in the Mothership palette collection, so that way you can see how the colors will work with other colors and palettes from Pat McGrath that you might already own, or you've seen me own and you wonder how the similarities would vary. So we got the Rose Decadence here today. I forgot to bring my Divine Rose 1 and 2 to go with my Risque Rose palette. So this is what the inside of it looks like. Like I said, you all saw this video today. I said it in the other video I did because I'm trying to get two of at least 3 of these out of the way. So anyway, this is what the inside of this palette looks like. Now I used this with the Flora Fantasia palette in the video you're watching today because, you know, I didn't have any mattes in it and this one did, so I just went ahead and use this. But what do you call it, I'm going to do 2 different looks with this today. I'm going to use, I want to do a more like bronzy brown type look, so I'm going to use the brown in this quad along with these 2 shades right here, since I haven't really used them that much. This one is just one to dust over because this one doesn't really show up on my skin tone, if you all remember from the video I told you that. And then we're going to do a more, of course, what is it, pinky type look, because I have this pink shade that's a matte in here, and then like fuchsia, I think it's Fuchsia Flame is the name of this one. Yes, and it's my favorite shimmer in here, so we're gonna use that along with this probably pink champagne-ish type shade and this shade. So we're gonna use basically just about all the shades in both of these to create 2 eye looks. So let us go ahead and get started. I'm going to prime my eyelids with the Marc Jacobs eyeshadow primer. Matter of fact, I think I already did that before I came on camera, so we're just gonna go ahead and do that. But let's get started. Sorry y'all, Adriangameover had cheese sticks in the oven and mommy had to go get them out, and the alarm went off like literally right after I started the intro and was about to like pull out brushes and all that. So that's what happened. Anyway, let's get down to the business. So I figured we'll start off with the more bronzy look, since that's not a look I do that often. I figured you'd be more intrigued by that one than, you know, the pink one, because I'm always doing pinks and purples and greens and blues. And occasionally I try to do a little orange-ish yellow type thing and a red. But I mainly stick to the first 4 I just named. So I'm going to try to do a neutral one today and switch it up a little bit. So I'm going to go in with this brown shade right here. And y'all know brown shades are perfect for the outer V. So that's where it's about to go. It's about to go straight to the outer V. So let's just go ahead and start dusting on the outer V. And I'm going to just take it all the way across and into the crease. And then we're going to dust that lighter peachy, wannabe brown looking shade over top of it to try to, like, you know, give it a little more diffuse of a look. I just take one of my detail brushes to do that. So this is a Sigma E45. This is one of my favorite Sigma brushes to use when I do my outer V work, because I feel like it just gets into outer V of my eye perfectly and gives a perfect shape for the eyeshadow I'm putting down. Now I wish I could do more of a cat eye shape, but you know, I don't ever really have too much time to practice, because whenever I'm actually filming, I have to actually film for y'all, so that's not, you know, obviously practice time. Eventually I'll be able to get it down, or maybe I'll just start trying to put like tape on the eye and work it out that way. I don't know, but the point is, you know, since the girl gonna eventually get there, it's just gonna take a little while, that's all. Let me see. What brush am I gonna use now? I'm going to take my E33, my Sigma Detail Diffuse Crease Brush. We're gonna go into the shade I was talking about, this one right here. And go ahead and dust over the top of this like so. So this is a more peachy toned shade of blue, and I'm trying to, you know. I feel like it's not doing exactly what I want to do, but at least I can see it this time. But I think it's because it's on such a dark background that's why it's showing up. And because I feel like the last time I used it, it didn't show up at all. So I guess that's good. I'm gonna take this Juno and Kohl brush and just blend over the top. These brushes are actually soft and nice. I forgot about how nice they were because I only used them a few times and then went back to the ones I normally use. But for dusting over stuff like this, it's really nice and soft and nice. And I feel like it might be pretty decent to like blend colors in the crease to get like a light wash. I did a more aggressive manner this time, but that's fine because we're going to cover it up with a shimmer and it'll all be fine. So I'm going to use the bronzy and the gold shades in here. So like these two right here. So obviously the gold is just going to be our inner corner shade. And then I'm going to use this bronze on the lid. And that will be our first eye look. So let me go ahead and grab a brush to work out with this here. I'm going to just take this brush right here and just put the bronze shade all over the lid. It looks nice. To me, it's more like a burnt copper fiery type shade as opposed to just, you know, a simple gold or a simple brown or a simple bronze, if you will. I think that's why, you know, I like a little bit more than I do other shades because I feel like it carries a little different tone to it than the traditional browns and golds and bronzes. Is giving me like a copper vibe. But I'm definitely here for it. And I see like, it looks like I thought I saw pink glitter in it, but I think that might just be from the eyeshadow I used prior to this one. Let's take the brush that I used to put that brown shade on and go ahead and put it in the crease. Try to bring a little bit of the depth back in there because I feel like all you see is like a little bit of brown and just a whole bunch of glitter. So I feel like that helped it a little bit. So put the inner corner highlight in, and then we'll go on to the next eye. I feel like a little fallout of that copper shade over here. So let's go ahead and take my brush and try to get some of this sparkly glitter on any crease in my eye, because I feel like on both sides it has that. And the eyeshadow looks like I just took off of glitter falling into my face. But that does happen with the Pat McGrath thing, so I just have to be mindful of that. Okay. With my inner corner brush. Do I have one over here? I have this dual fiber one, so we're just gonna use this. Take that gold shade. Pop her in there in the corner. So pop, pop, pop. So as you can see, it's a nice little blinded inner corner highlight situation there. And it's a little bit of a dull lid, but you know, like it's okay. It's not that bad. It's okay. But yeah, so we're gonna get into the other eye now and start using the more, you know, poppy, purpley, pink, fuchsia-ish type shades that I'm excited to use. So hold this. Okay, y'all, so I'm gonna start off with this shade right here in the outer V. I'm sorry, I keep like pausing and having to come back. But like one of my friends keeps texting me, so I keep, you know, like responding to that, and that's why I keep going in and out for these videos, if you will. Because I think I got plans later. But that's what I'm trying to find out now, which is why I keep going in and out of the video. To make sure I do or don't, so I'll know how to proceed. Because I got other stuff I need to go do if I'm not. And if I am, then I can just go do the other stuff, you know, Sunday. Because usually I have to rush back home Sunday to make sure I meet Adrian there. But since Adrian's with mommy, I don't have to worry about it. So one of my friends is trying to like go get shrimp today, I think. And that's what he texted me about. He like, we still going to get shrimp? I'm like, yeah, we can if you want. Like Adrian was all in his feelings yesterday because he didn't get some shrimp. So, you know, you can go today and then it'll be fine. Plus, that means I don't have to cook. So I'm all about that life. Yes, mommy does not want to cook. Okay, so this pink is looking pretty nice on the outer V. This is the E27. This is the detail blending brush. And I like this one because it's kind of small and fits perfectly on the outer V and in the edges. Whereas I feel like the bigger one doesn't fit as well. I mean, it fits, but I just like the size of this one. It's smaller, but it helps get into the, well, detailed places of the eye, thus it being a detailed blending brush. And this one was the hardest one to get a hold to. Like my detailed diffuse crease brush, I feel like it's easier to get a hold to than this one, which is why I have more of those, I believe, than I have of this one. I think I only have like 2 of this one, but I have like 3 of the detailed diffuse crease brushes, just because I feel like I use those a whole lot as well to dust stuff over the top. I'm trying to get used to using brushes like this for the outer V, because I like to use brushes like this to put shimmers on the lid, as weird as it is. But because of the size of this one and it fits into the outer V so well, I feel like it works well for that. So I'm going to take the light fuchsia shade now and use the same brush and put it toward the inner part of the eye. So take this shade now. Got a nice little blend going on there. And I feel like it's looking really similar to the brown shade that's in the palette. It just seems to have a little bit more like eggplantish coloring to it compared to the fuchsia that I'm putting in the crease right now. I'm blending out. But, you know, it's fine for me. I like each color nicely. I like the fact that she thought about putting, you know, a darkening outer V shade in based upon the way people do their makeup. So, I'm definitely feeling that. So I'm liking the way that's looking. And give me a nice little clean blending brush to dust the top of all this off. So I'm gonna just take this one from the Poolside collection, Beach Cosmetics, and dust over it. Yeah, so that looks good. I mean, like I said, I feel like it looks similar to the brown shade in here, but it's fine. I'm going to swatch some of the shades I'm going to put on the lid now. I know I didn't do it the last time, so I'm going to do it this time. I got the Fuchsia Flame, which is my all-time favorite shade in here. I have this shade right here. I feel like it's a nice topper to it. And then I have this shade right here, which I feel like will go good with the other one we're going to use in the inner corner. So it's this more. This seems like a more champagne-y peach version, and this seems like a deeper peach version. So I'm thinking we'll put this on the lid. Then if I feel like the lid needs an extra pop after I put Fuchsia Flame on, then I'll put that one on top. And then, of course, as usual, we're going to mix these two together for our crease. I mean, for our inner corner highlight shade. So let's get started. I have this Beach Cosmetics brush. I'm going to use this number 6 from the Poolside collection. And I'm starting off by adding Fuchsia Flame all over the lid. Only thing with the Rose collection that she came out with this year, I feel like I don't have a lot of differentiating looks I can make. They're all going to be like some pink base. So that's my only real complaint about that palette. Like everything is going to look like, you know, pink base, because that's mainly how the palette is. Okay, so this is a nice amount of pop to me. However, y'all know me, I'm extra and always want to have as much pop as possible. So I feel like this eye looks pretty satiny already, and then we got another one over here that looks satiny. I need somebody give me some oomph and some pop and some extras. So let's see how the inner corner looks. And then if I feel like the inner corner still isn't giving me the pop I'm looking for, then we're going to put that other shade on top, which I really just want to put that other shade on top anyway. So I probably will. Let's see. I'm going with that same dual fiber brush and take this shade first. And then we're going with the shade in the Rose Decadent palette last. But we're going to start off with this shade, because if I remember, this was the most pigmented one. And then if it's really fire, Pam, pow in your face, we can calm it down with the other shade. And it won't be as bam, pow in your face. Which I don't feel like either one of them going to be. It might be because I'm using a dual fiber brush as opposed to a regular inner corner brush. But As you can see, it's not doing that much of a bang, pow, pop in your face type vibe. So. And now with that on top, it's giving me that nice band pow in your face to make up for the, you know, subtlety of the lid. But I'm thinking I just want to pop that other shade in the lid in the middle, just because I really like that shade. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna just take a little bit of this one, just kind of pat it here in the center to give like an extra little bam pow. That's how that look at me type thing. And it looks really nice on top of the shade too. So I'm literally just trying to round it to the center of the eye, as you can see, and not try to place it anywhere else. But see how I just gave that extra oomph as you need it. And I didn't put it all over. Like I said, I wasn't. Even though I'm really tempted to just go ahead and just pat it all over the rest of the part. But this is looking pretty nice. You got the nice little pop in the inner corner. The nice little pop on the middle of the lid mainly. And then, you know, that'll be cool. So, yeah. Okay. So this is the finished eye look using the Rose Decadence along with the Risque Rose palette. I'm trying to give y'all 2 different eye looks in each quad since there's like 4 shades. I figured we use 2 for one eye look and 2 for the other eye look. Now you're going to see this quad quite a bit more because, you know, it's the year of roses for Mother this year. So you'll see this again with the Decadent Rose one. Sorry, the what is it? Divine Rose 1 and the Divine Rose 2 Artistry, because I'm gonna have to pair these with those as well. But yeah. So this is the finished eye look using both of these palettes. Let's go ahead and do a little dusting up in here real quick. I'm doing it in the camera. Let me do it where I can actually see it. Yeah, that looks good to me. But anyway, these are finished eye looks. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'm trying to pair all of these with palettes that I feel like they will work best with the little quads. I mean, I've already done a ritualistic rose with it a while ago. So, you know, works for me. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.